everybody, and welcome to Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. It's finally here. After waiting so long, it is finally here, and I am very excited to show you guys some of the new things in Car Mechanic Sim 21. I have a little project for us to do already, but before we get started, I want to show you the new garage if you haven't seen it, if you haven't seen any other videos on it. It is a old auto repair gas station on historic Route 66, which is pretty cool. But yeah, take a look at this area. This is really cool. Like, you get all this. Let's go ahead and go inside the shop so I can show you. I have been playing quite a bit. I have to give a huge thank you and shout out to the Jeff Faviano. He sent me a code early, so I've been playing this game quite religiously since I got that code. So big thanks to you, Jeff. Appreciate it. I've really enjoyed this, and I hope you guys do too. So yeah, this is the inside of the new garage. I do have some upgrades, so it doesn't quite look like this from the beginning, and I will show you the upgrades that I do have. Let's go ahead and walk into this other room, which is kind of the repair shop. You have a lot of workbenches that you can fix stuff up with, body panels, you have an engine stand, brake lathe, a bunch of stuff to kind of fix all the parts you need and get your vehicles back up and running. Some really cool looking stuff too, rollers and all that. It's pretty awesome. I'm enjoying it. So let's go ahead and head out the back and check out the test path facility, which is pretty cool. Kind of similar to the other one in 18, but now you can adjust wheels as well as headlamp adjustment, which is pretty cool. And this is now also connected to the paint booth, which yeah, pretty standard like what it was in the other one, paint booth. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'm really enjoying this so far. So let's go ahead and I will show you there's a car wash too, which is pretty awesome. Oh, actually, you know what? This could be the dyno area. I don't actually have the dyno unlocked, so I bet that's what that is. But it would be kind of nice to like clean up a lot of this stuff around here. But then again, I don't know. It kind of looks cool. I like that it's like rustic and used and looks, you know, like a normal functioning shop would. This is the new salvage container area where you can salvage some parts and get salvage. I'm not really sure what salvage is used for, to be 100% honest with you. I have 1400, as you can see in the top corner. Again, not 100% sure what that's used for just yet. But anyway, let me go back inside and I will show you the toolbox, which is the upgrades. So as you can see, spent a lot of time in this game. I'm already a rank 17. I do have 162,000. We'll get into that in a little bit. This is not a sandbox mode. This is the normal career mode. This is all the skills that I've spent, all the skill points I have spent. I have maxed out my repair, so that way I can repair everything that I can up to body parts so we can do a full restoration. I've also maxed out my unscrew speed, and I'm currently working on doing the mounting speed. This is the garage upgrade area. Everything green is things that I have purchased to upgrade, and everything gray is things that I don't currently have. So I do have a paint shop level 1, don't have a paint shop level 2 or 3. Don't have those. I don't have the dyno, and I don't have the warehouse. I do have all the tools, tablet, OBD2, all this stuff. I do have all these. I do have the customization unlocked, and a lot of this stuff is swapped out. So the body or the walls and the floors and all that and the lift colors and stuff and toolbox colors and whatnot is all customized, which is pretty cool. I'm glad they kept that. I really enjoyed that in 18. And they've made quite a few changes in 21, things that really help you out. So we're going to get into that a little bit. But before we go ahead and blab on any further, I know you guys are here for the restorations. So let me show you what we're restoring today. You've probably already seen it. Here it is. This is what we're going to restore. Take a look at this. It is in need of some TLC, that is for sure. It's seen better days. Let's go ahead and take a look. It's a Ribson Starline. Yeah, totally. Ribson Starline. Yeah, that's definitely what that is. Anyway, it has 136,000 miles on it. I did find it in a barn. This is a barn find. We'll do a barn find at the end of this episode as well. I'm going to try to make this episode not super long. The restoration series did definitely take a long time to complete, so I'm going to try to not make this episode an hour long, but honestly, it might end up being an hour long. So, as you can tell, we have a lot of parts to go over. Current value of the car is $32,000. This might be a thing that we're going to end up selling at the end because I have 162,000 and I've been getting better with money, but I still need some more. Apparently, I bought this for 27,000. I can already sell it for a $5,600 profit. So that's interesting. Bought it and can sell it for $5,000. I didn't do a thing to it. So very interesting. Let's go ahead and move this onto the car lift. And oh, wait. Before we go onto the car lift, let's go to the car wash. This is something that I've been doing. I've only restored about 2 or 3 cars. I was really concerned if I was going to be able to have enough money to start this series because I know I could just go into, while I'm blabbing, we can do interior clean and exterior clean. I know I can go into sandbox mode and just have everything available and just do everything that I want to do in the restoration series, but I like actually earning the money and it going towards something. So I decided to do the career mode. Wow, that cleaned up a lot. That looks good. That looks really good. All right. Wow. That cleaned up really well. Let's go ahead and put it back on the lift. So yeah, I know I could do it in sandbox mode, but I like actually having the purpose and it, you know, getting me XP that I can spend on stuff and unlocking my garage. And I just like it to feel a little more real. You know, then the money actually matters. Before, you don't even look at the price of anything in sandbox and you just do it. So I like the fact that, you know, this actually has a purpose. So that's why I've grinded so much in the past couple of days to get to 17 to unlock all the repair stuff that I could. And then I did a couple car flips just so we had some money to play with. Excuse me. So we had some money to play with. And in this build, I think I want to do something a little different. I mean, this is obviously, you know, I mean, come on, this is a Starline. This is a Ribson Starline, guys. Okay. We need to show this thing some love. So I think I'm gonna go for power. I think I'm gonna do a lot of modifications to the engine and try to get this thing to put out some decent power. We can look, as of right now, the factory power is 293 horsepower. That ain't good enough. That is not good enough. So we're gonna try to change that. So let's go ahead and start the restoration on this car. There's a lot of things that we're gonna need to do, which is pretty much everything. So let's go ahead and start by getting rid of some of it has absolutely no oil in it. Okay, that's good. We're going to put it, actually, we're not going to put it back down just yet. What we're going to do is we are going to take off the transmission so that way we can pull the motor. As you can see, some of these bolts are orange and you can just sit here and crank on them. It won't come out. You actually have to spray them down with WD-40, which is really cool. I like that. I like that touch. All right, so now that that's done, we'll go ahead and get this car lowered and we'll move the crane over in preparation. And before we rip this thing out, let's just make sure we have absolutely no fluids in it, which is good. Fluids is a new mechanic of 21, which I've enjoyed. All right, we've ripped that motor out. We've shoved it in our pocket. So let's go ahead and go over and put it on the stand. We'll deal with this last. Since this is more than likely going to end up being the most expensive thing that we're going to end up doing to this car. And also, we're missing quite a bit. We're missing quite a bit of this motor. So that's going to need a lot of attention. But let's not get distracted. Let's go ahead and clean up this engine bay a little bit. We'll just start pulling some stuff out. Actually, what I need to do is go into the build mode, and I'm going to show you guys one of the cool new features. So you can, when you're mounting a part or unmounting a part, you can just go ahead and have it highlighted. Just press X. As you can see in the top left corner, added to list. We'll go ahead and just add everything that we didn't already pull out of here. Once you add it to your list, it's a lot more intuitive to actually purchase that part. Unlike 18 that did have a shopping list, but it was kind of just that. You had to use your memory a lot, and I ended up taking pictures of my screen a lot on my phone and then using that, and it just was not, it was not good. Engine bay is cleared out. We're going to go ahead and strip down the suspension. We're going to strip this car down all the way to nothing. We're going to take everything off of here. We're missing a wheel completely, so we're going to have to buy a rim. And let me just go ahead and go to this side and take this wheel off. So yeah, this is going to be a full-on restoration. We're going to get this thing to 100% on everything. and see how much money we can actually make from it. We're going to drive it first, of course. I'm going to go ahead and either fast forward or just skip it. I mean, we'll kind of see how it works out in editing, but I'm going to go ahead and tear all this out. Everything you see right now, all these rusty parts, everything. This car will just be a big ghost car when we're done with it. I'm tearing everything out of it. All right, so that is the last part. Like I said, everything is out of this car. Every mechanical piece is off this car. It's completely bare. Let's go ahead and lower it back down. And what we're going to actually do is now tear the body off. Pretty much anything and everything body panel wise is going to come off. This car should now have absolutely no parts on it. And it does. It is absolutely barren with everything all the way down to the license plates and seats and everything. So we're completely clear of all mechanical and body panel pieces. Let's go ahead and move the welder over. So go ahead and take a look. This car does not have a lot of rust, but go ahead and take a look at this body panel. You can see quite banged up. There's a huge gap right here. This does not look great. So we're going to go ahead and use the welder. Just like in 18, the welder got rid of rust. It gets rid of rust as well as body damage, which is pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Really like the new animation on that. And yeah, now check it out. Nice straight body panels, no gaps. Roof is flat. Looks good. Looking better already. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all the parts that we have, including the rims that we currently have, because I don't hate these. These are actually not bad wheels. So we're going to separate the wheels and tires so we can hopefully try to fix the rims if we can. So yeah, we are good to go. Fix the parts that we have. Again, we're not focusing on the motor just yet. We're going to focus on just doing the suspension, and then we'll do body panels and stuff towards the end. So this is the new repair mechanic for the little repair mini game, and I don't mind it. It's actually not bad. I mean, it takes a while if you're going to sit here and you're going to repair pretty much every piece of the car that you can take off and repair. It takes a little bit of time, but it's not difficult. It's the right amount of random, I think, for fixing stuff. Yeah, I don't mind it at all. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fix all these issues or all these parts as much as I can. And then we'll kind of see what we're going to need to purchase at the end. All right, so we have managed to fix every single part except one. I did break one part, but what we need to do now is go into our tablet and go into, this is the new tablet screen, by the way. So what we need to do is go into here and we can bring up our shopping list. So the whole time I was taking everything off, like I said, I was hitting X and I was adding it to my list. Well, this is your shopping list. The best part about it being your shopping list and being in this kind of area now is, as long as I'm going to click on this, it's not going to show up. No items in this section. Well, that's because the ABS pump is going to be in the electrical shop. And there it is. So another cool thing is once you can add it to your list, you can just go and click on it and it'll bring up the piece that you need. And then once you buy it, you can get rid of it, add another piece. So this is so much better than it was in 18. In 18, you had to use your memory, and there's so many, I mean, look at this. There's so many parts and pieces that you need to do a car. How are you going to remember every single piece? So the fact that I can just click a button, add it to my list, and then just go into the shop and just click on it, it auto searches for me, and then I could just purchase the part. is amazing. So huge improvement there. Really, really glad they did that. So now I'm just going to go through and I'm pretty much going to buy the things that I know we cannot fix. All right, so this is what we're left with. And I don't know if I've fixed a lot of this stuff, but as you can tell, it's kind of like big metal components, pretty much. Yeah, we're going to leave some of this stuff in here, and we're going to start working on the car. All right, we are completely done with the suspension components. Nice and shiny and new. So the one thing that we are currently missing that we need to do is we need to put some wheels on this thing so we can actually put it down on the ground if we wanted to. We're not going to, but if we wanted to, we can. Also, they're done. Suspension's done. There's no need to not have wheels on it. We're not going to need to take them off. Here's a new mechanic, by the way. When you go to balance tires, you got to move these around, actually balance them, which is pretty cool. I like that they added a couple little things here and there to kind of change it up and, you know, get a little more in depth. I mean, you know, this isn't, it's not super realistic, but I mean, it doesn't need to be. That's what I like about this game is you don't need to be a master mechanic to do this stuff. You can just come in here and have fun, and a couple little mini games keep you entertained. I personally don't mind it. Let's go ahead and get these mounted up. Like I said, I don't mind these rims at all, actually. These are actually not bad. So we're going to keep them. It's already got sport tires on it. We don't need to go anything crazy. I mean, I guess we'll kind of see what horsepower we have in this and see if these tires hold up. We might actually have to make a tire change, but hopefully sport tires hold up. I mean, I plan on going all out for performance modifications. We got a good amount of money. The most I've spent on restoring a car from the junkyard, which was the first car I restored, was $36,000 for everything. So yeah, it was a lot of money, but you know, we shouldn't get there with this. I believe we are about 13,000 into it so far. The suspension and everything is done. Still need to do bodywork, interior, and engine. But yeah, about 13,000 so far. Let's go ahead and put some of the stuff that we purchased into the engine bay. So yeah, pretty much everything in the engine bay is done for the most part. What we're gonna do while we're here, the brake system's already done. We did the brakes, we did the suspension. I'm gonna go ahead and put fluid in it. This is another new mechanic of Car Mechanic Sim 21, which is fluid. So you have brake fluid, power steering fluid, coolant, windshield washer fluid, and of course oil. We can actually go ahead and put windshield washer fluid in it. We can't put coolant and or power steering fluid in it or oil because we have no motor. So, and if you take the radiator out or the water pump out of a car without draining the coolant, you'll spill and you'll have to pay to clean it, as well as if you take the power steering pump off of an engine with the fluid still in, it will leak. So yeah, pretty cool mechanics. I like that they've done that. So yeah, here we are so far. It's coming together. We're doing pretty good. So what we need to do now is I'm going to go through my inventory. I'm going to clear out a lot of this stuff. So let's go ahead and just take a quick look. It's all just interior parts, a couple little pieces here and there. We got a drive shaft, got a starter, which is all good. Got a gearbox. Don't even know if we're going to actually end up using that gearbox. So what we're going to actually do now is, wait a minute. Actually, what we could do, let's go ahead and repair some of this bodywork. What I'm going to do now, shopping list is empty. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start tearing down this motor. And again, as I tear things down, I'm going to add them to my list of parts that we're going to need. And then as things have been repaired, I'm going to remove those parts from the list of parts needed. And we'll put this motor back together. There's going to be a lot of going in and out of this motor build process just because we're going for power. More power, baby. So we're going to have to, we're going to have to spend some money. But it'll be worth it in the end. I believe the performance modifications also give us money boost as well for selling the car, which I don't want to sell after we do all this. But, I mean, we're in it for the money. Unfortunately, we're going to have to get rid of her. So I'm going to go ahead and tear this motor down to nothing. And then I will get back with you once we start putting it all back together. All right. We have torn this thing completely down to nothing. There's no motor anymore. So we're going to go ahead and fix a lot of this. As you can tell, we can actually fix quite a bit. I'm going to go ahead and fix everything. Even if we don't end up using, like a good example, we might not end up using these cams if we can buy upgraded ones, but might as well just have everything upgraded or fixed. Even if we don't end up using it, it's worth more money to sell it when it's fully repaired compared to in the condition that it's currently in. So I'm going to go ahead and fix as many engine components as I can. And then we'll start looking at putting this motor back together. And not only that, but looking at some performance modifications and seeing what we can actually get this car to. We're going to have to buy the dyno, which is going to be $20,000. So that's going to be a hurt to the wallet, that's for sure. But it'll be worth it in the end. So I'm going to go ahead and repair this stuff, and then we will start the process of putting it all back together. We have repaired everything in the motor, so before we actually start building, I'm going to go ahead and go into the tune-up shop. Let's see what we can even do here. So I believe these are the turbos we're using. We're not going to purchase those just yet. I want to make sure that we get everything we can performance-wise into this motor. And I don't think there's a performance block. There's performance heads. So we'll see if we can use one of these performance heads. There is a performance clutch plate. No lightweight flywheel that I can see. Let me look in here. Oh, there is a flywheel. Okay. Actually, let's go ahead and purchase some of this stuff because we know we will need it. Let's go ahead and start putting this together. Crankshaft. Let's go ahead and see if there is a performance crankshaft. There's a lot of stuff in here that we need to purchase. And this might get a little confusing because we have to jump in between two different modes, but I don't think... Yep, there is no crankshaft. Okay. So we'll go ahead and put the stock crank back in. Luckily, we were able to repair that. We'll put the crankshaft bearing caps on. So, pistons. Obviously, obviously we can go with some pistons. These are just standard piston rings, which is good. So we're going to need to buy those. And then we're going to need some performance pistons. So first, let's buy rings. Piston rings, we're going to need 6 of them. And then let's head over to the performance shop and we'll look up pistons and we'll buy 6 of these performance pistons. $1,300. Okay, that is quite expensive. It'll be worth it in the long run, I hope. I mean, come on, like who doesn't want a Starline with at least 1,000 horsepower, right? Like that's kind of where we're going. We're trying to get 1,000 horsepower car here if we can. Let's go ahead and actually rotate this motor over so we can put in the rod caps. So we need 6 of them. Let's see how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to need to buy 2 more. Go ahead and just do that now. So that way we have them and we can get it done. So I'm going to put this motor together a little bit more, try to get the basics done. And then we'll start looking at some performance mods to swap out some of the stuff that, some of the other parts that we need. I think we can do engine heads and turbos and all that stuff. So I'm going to put the kind of the boring stuff on and then we'll check out some of the performance stuff. All right, wow, look at this. This is fancy. We'll go ahead and see real quick if we're gonna need any camshafts. I believe I was able to repair both of them, but I could be wrong. Okay, we did actually repair both of them, so that's good. So we can go ahead and get rid of the camshafts, intake manifold. Okay, we did actually fix that. So we're gonna go ahead and get rid of this. We'll see about the timing covers in a second. I'm going to go ahead and put on all these camshaft caps, which is so much fun because there's 14 of them. So okay, so let's continue with the performance mods and put in all the performance spark plugs and ignition coils. This will definitely help with horsepower. Yeah, we're gonna be pumping out a lot of horsepower in this motor, so pretty interesting to see what we're gonna end up getting at the end of this. I don't think it even came with engine covers, this motor. I don't think it did. We'll also put in the performance fuel rail while we're at it, and also the performance throttle, just to try to get rid of a lot of the white parts that need to be put on. And we'll put this on as well, exhaust manifold. We do have a performance one, which is nice. Go ahead and slap that on. And then also the turbos. We'll be able to put the turbos on. Woo! Performance turbos. Look how shiny these are. Look at that. Oh, this motor is going to look great when it's done. We're going to wait to rebuild the front end. I don't think I actually have any of these. Yep. Okay, we don't have any of these. So we're going to add these to the list and we'll see how these look. Hopefully, okay, it'd be kind of nice if they were shiny to kind of match the, well, kind of nice if this and these match the chrome of those two parts, but it is what it is. It still has all the power it needs. Top of the motor's done. Sides of the motor are done. Rear of the motor's done. Pretty much just need to work on the timing of the motor, the front of the motor. And there we go. Button this down. And the motor's done. The motor is done. All performance out. Tons of horsepower in this thing. Should be great. So let's go ahead and take it off the stand and shove it right in our pocket. Because what else are you going to do with a motor, right? You're just going to put it right into your pocket. We'll move the crane over. And we will go ahead and get this motor mounted. Go ahead and get the crane out of the way. There she is. There she is. While we're here, since the motor is in and we're done with it, Let's go ahead and fill it up with some coolant. And then we'll also put some oil in it, just so we don't forget. We'll do it now, as soon as the motor gets in the car. Then all the fluids are done. We know they're done. Actually, we also need power steering fluid because we did not have a power steering pump earlier. So we're gonna need to do that as well. We got brake fluid, we got coolant, we got window washer fluid. We're doing power steering fluid, and then just we need oil after that, and we'll be done. So, we're good. It's technically a car now. It is technically a car. It has an engine. It has all the fluids. It has a full suspension. It's got performance upgrades. Go ahead and take a look at this. So, we're trying to beat 293 horsepower. Something tells me we're going to beat that. We need a dyno before we can really tell. But let's just go ahead and make sure. So, all this is green, 100%. We're all good here. Just going to make sure that there's no mechanical parts in this list anywhere. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so now that that's done, what we're going to do is we are going to do the interior first real quick. So there is a specific bench that I ended up actually selling by accident. I didn't want to do that, but it is what it is. Wait, what is this thing called again? I am a Starline. Okay, so we'll go by. We're gonna do a quick search. Actually, let's just do Starline. There we go. Got a Starline bench. We need one of them. Oop, did not want to back all the way out. And then we need some front seats. So this can fit any type of front seat. So we're gonna want to go. We're gonna want to go race car with this. So let's buy these real nice kind of bucket seats, and then let's find ourselves a really nice wheel that would work in this car. Something that looks like it fits. I think we're gonna go with this one. I think we're going with that. That looks to be the best in my opinion. So let's go ahead, and I think this already had kind of bucket seats in it. Yeah, it did. It already had like race seats in it too, which is nice. Go ahead and put the wheel in, back out so we can take a look at it. It does not look bad in there. I don't mind that. I mean, it's not the best wheel, but I don't think it's the worst. So, we got the interior done. One thing I forgot to do was, actually, no, we did do that. I forgot that we did that. All right, so, oops, I need to go in and purchase. Let's go to the body shop, and I'm gonna go ahead and purchase all the glass. So let's go ahead and put as much glass in it as we can. And before we actually put the bumpers and stuff on, or the trunk, I wanna go take a look at the body shop and see what we can do. So that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and look at the body tuning shop and see. So we do have front bumper B, hood B, we have headlights B, tail lights B, rear bumper B, and trunk B. I think this is the trunk B already. Yes, it is. What is the hood that we have? Is the hood? We don't have a hood. Do we have a front bumper? We have a B bumper. Okay. Do we have a B rear bumper? No, we do not. What are the tail lights that we had in there? We don't have those. Okay. So what I think we're going to do, let's buy the B hood, the B rear bumper, and then we're going to wait to buy the lights. I want to see what the stock lights look like before we actually purchase those. And then let's go ahead and put that on. I don't think we have... okay, yeah, we got fenders. We have doors. I don't know if we have doors. We have a right door. Do we have a left door? No, we do not. Okay. We got to go back to the normal body shop and buy a left door. Let's go ahead and put the left door on. Let's put the glass in. Don't know about a mirror. I don't think we have a left. No, we don't have a left mirror. Don't know if we have a right mirror. I think we might have a right mirror. No, we do not. Okay, so we need to purchase the mirrors, left and right. Put the right mirror on, left mirror on. All right, so the only thing we're really missing is license plates and headlights and tail lights. So I'm going to quickly... So these are the stock headlights. I don't really like the stock headlights. Yeah, I like these headlights more. So we're going to buy these headlights. The tail lights, though, honestly, I kind of like the stock tail lights more. Yeah, we're going to buy the stock tail lights. The stock tail lights look better, in my opinion. But I do like the upgraded headlights. Those are aggressive. Those look good. But these back here, I'm not a fan of the big, like, LED, individual LED bolt. Yeah, that looks good, in my opinion. All right, let's get some license plates. Let's go ahead and put the plates on. We got 2 customs. They say Starline. That's it. It's just Starline. That's all I could fit. So I figured, why not? Oh, there's not a front plate. So I have a second plate that just says Starline that I'm going to use for nothing. Okay. That's good. All right, so let's take a quick look at the car. And let's look. Rear license plate. So everything in this car has been replaced. So we're good. We are good. So... obviously, we want to paint it. Interior's done, exterior's done, wheels done, suspension, everything. Everything's done. Obviously, we want to paint it. But before we paint it, we want to make sure that this car is absolutely tip-top shape. And we are going to do that by doing the headlight adjustment. And these are way out of whack. They're up in the sky. There's nothing worse than driving a car that has terrible headlights or that are positioned really poorly. There's nothing worse than that. Especially when you actually need to see what you're doing. Are these pretty even? No, this is a little bit higher. There we go. Let's drop that down. Perfect. Okay, so now wheel alignment. This is another new thing, as you can tell. Aligning the wheels. I like the little additions they added to the game. It's nice. Wheels nice and aligned. Headlights adjusted. We'll go ahead and we'll take this thing to the paint shop. So I don't have paint shop level 2 or 3. So we can't really go crazy with the customization of the car in terms of color. I'm kind of limited to this, as well as the factory color's yellow. Oh my God, that is horrible. I mean, come on, we got to do... It's kind of a purpley blue. They have a kind of a brighter blue. I think I like the brighter... I think I like this blue more than this blue. Yeah, I think we're going to go with this. We're going to go with the brighter blue. You got to go blue on a Starline. Starlines are always blue. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that is nice. Oh, it looks so good. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring it back inside the garage for now. Obviously, we want to see what's going on with the motor. But I'm going to need to spend a ton of money real quick. So we're going to actually purchase the dyno. So we started this off. Let's purchase this now. We started this off with like 163,000. Let's take 20,000 off of that just to compensate for the dyno. So 143,000. We're down to 104,000. So we've spent about $39,000 on this car, which is a lot of money. A ton of money. But this thing should sell for an insane amount. So let's go ahead and actually take it to the dyno. I have not done this before because I did not have the dyno. Wow, look at this. This looks cool in here. Big fans, big screen. We got a bunch of, okay. You can tune it. That's cool. Didn't know that. Nothing really else in here except, let's go ahead and run the dyno. So, factory power, 293 horsepower, 324 foot-pounds of torque. Let's go ahead and see what the new measured power is going to be. Can we hit 1,000? Oh, well, let's actually start the test. We're just sitting here. Can we hit 1,000 horsepower? Come on. Come on, Starline, you got it. Okay, here we go. I was like, it doesn't sound too good. Oh, here we go. Rev limiter, all right. Oh, we did not hit 1,000. We didn't even get close to 1,000. Okay, I might have overestimated our abilities to modify these cars, but We're at 432 horsepower. That's a 140 horsepower gain. And we're at 456 foot-pounds of torque. So 132 foot-pounds of torque increase. So, I mean, that's a pretty good increase. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, it definitely woke this car up. That's for sure. Let's go ahead and put this thing outside and see it in the sunlight. This thing looks amazing. Look at the difference. Actually, let me go ahead and park it right where it was when you first saw it, right here. So, yeah. Yeah, this thing is so much better. Look at this. Awesome. All right, so before we sell, before we figure out how much we've actually made, let's go to the test track. Let's test this thing out. I have not driven in this game very much. The physics from the little bit that I did drive kind of feel pretty similar to 18. All right, we are in the car. Okay, it is cool. Oh my God, it's fast. Oh, it's... Oh, no, we're... Oh, no. Oh, no, that's slightly used. We're stuck on the barrier. It's so loud, this car. It is very... Oh, we're so stuck on the barrier. What do we do? How do we get off of this? Can we get off of the barrier? There we go. Oh, my God, it's so loud. Oh, acceleration test. Here we go. Oh, it's so fast. It's insanely fast. Wow. Okay, the physics actually don't feel much different, but they don't feel as bad in a way. It's similar, but better, in my opinion. All right, that was crazy loud, and that was super fast. Okay. Yeah, this thing is really, really quick off the line. There's one more thing I want to do before we actually drive it. Did I actually damage anything from this car? No. No, we didn't. Okay, good. I don't think I did. Let me double check. Did I damage anything? Because that would not be cool. All right. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. We didn't devalue the car. We could go to the racetrack, but we'll save that for another time. This video is already going to be super long, and thank you so much for sticking around if you are still here. I know this is a long video. I tried to not make it by cutting some stuff out, but the series has always tended to be longer than shorter, so I hope you guys enjoy the long content, but I do apologize if it's too long. So top speed, let's see what we can get in the top speed. Oh, I love the infotainment center. It's so Starline. It's really cool. All right, let's just hammer this thing. We're just rev limiter. The blow off is going absolutely crazy. We're already on 100 miles an hour. This does not go forever, I found. It actually does eventually stop. 150 miles an hour. We're in 6th gear. We're about to hit the rev limiter, I think. 156. We are capped out. 156 miles an hour. That is not bad at all. Again, it's also just, it's very loud. And I think it ends. Yep. There's the end. Ooh, it's got brakes. It's got brakes. All right. I mean, it makes all the right noises. That's for sure. All right, let's go back to the garage. We've driven it enough. We found out that it's ridiculously fast with 400 horsepower. So the last thing that I want to do with this car is, I mean, 104,000, we need some money. I mean, that's a good amount of money, but let's be honest. We put too much money into this thing. So we can look at everything here. We come over to this final tab and it'll show us what we've actually done. Buy price. So I spent $27,000 on this car. We're going to get a profit of $72,000. We're going to sell this thing for $99,000. And we started with, minus the dyno, we started with $143,000. So we're going to sell this car and we're going to end up with $203,000. I hate to see that car go, but I love to see it drive away. Let's go ahead and quickly just go into my inventory. I'm just going to get rid of some of these parts that I don't need anymore. And what we're going to actually do is I'm going to add a barn find location to my map. I've been saving this for recording just because this is where you're going to find all the good cars. So they have the junkyard where you can find some good cars in the junkyard, but they're really, really in bad shape. The first car I ever restored was from a junkyard. I spent $36,000 restoring it. I didn't even do performance mods. It was just a standard car. Made some good money off of it, but spent a lot on it. The car we just did, that Starline, was from a barn, so it was in better condition. Obviously still needed a lot, as you saw. But let's go ahead and do this barn find and see if we can see any better cars. Here we go. We got this. This is not bad. GT20. It's not bad. How much are they trying to sell this for? 20,000? All right, that's pretty cool. It's got somewhat of a motor. Not bad. What else do we got? Ooh, we got a modern Challenger. Okay. Ooh, what is this? Oh, it's like an old, it's an L series, clearly. It's an L series, 79 L series. I mean, of course, it's definitely not a Cadillac. So yeah, some of the barn finds are good. Some of them are okay. They're trying to sell this one for 26,000. How much are they trying to sell this one for? 20,000. Yeah, none of these are really hitting my interest. And each barn find has 3 cars in it. And unfortunately, once you go to a barn find and you leave, you cannot return. So we will not be able to purchase any of those cars. But I wanted to find something that maybe you guys would like to see me restore in the next episode. So there's a couple more places that we can check out before we end. We're going to head to the junkyard. And we're going to just do a quick little loop in the junkyard and see if we can find anything interesting laying around. I know it's going to be a project because these cars are in massive disrepair, but you never know what you're going to find. It's kind of like the barn finds, but free. Well, not free. I mean, it's like the barn finds, but you don't need to get a barn find map to come here. And then you just need to spend way more money restoring the car. What is this? Is this a 300? This is a 2003 LX 550. Okay. All right. That's interesting. Man, it is. It's beat up. It needs some loving. That's for sure. Don't know if that's for me, though. Don't know if that's really my style. Those cars are pretty interesting, but don't know if I like it. What is this here? We got a little BMW. Little BMW. What is this? It's a Panther Mark II. Again, not really my style. I'm kind of more of a classic person. I like the classics. Like the classics. Oh, hey, look at this. Another Starline. Look at that. How much they want for this? 9,000 for the way this sits. Oh, man, this thing's going to need everything. I mean, then again, in the restoration garage series, every car does get everything, but that's going to need a lot of everything. Okay, we got anything down these rows? Doesn't look like... It's a little barren today in the junkyard. Yeah, that's it. Well, that's unfortunate. Nothing that really spiked my interest. So we're going to have to go back to the garage. I have one more place to look. Before we move on, one more place to look. All right, let's check out the last location, which is the car auctions. The car auctions have been changed a little bit, which is pretty cool. You actually get a choice between what type of auction you want to go to. So you have the car auctions or the salvage cars. So you can go to the car auctions. As you can tell, there's a lot of cars with some pretty good ratings. So like this one is, I mean, a 5 out of 5 or 5 stars is, this has to be a pretty decent. Oh yeah. Yeah, look at this thing. It's practically pristine. By the way, 90s Impala. I mean, oh, beautiful. Beautiful car. Don't want it though. That doesn't, it's not doing what we needed to do. So we don't need that. We got a couple other cars here, but yeah, these are very expensive, and the conditions are not that much improvement. The profits here are not going to be too good. I mean, some decent stuff, but nothing that we really want to take on our nothing we want to take on. Let's check out the salvage cars. This is where you can kind of pick up some good deals. This is one of the cars that I did, a gold trail. I picked mine up for a little bit less than that. It was about the same rating. Ooh, look at that. We got a panel station wagon. That's pretty cool. Ooh, we got a Corvette supercharged. Ooh, 13,000 starting price. Wow. Okay. We got some interesting stuff in here. This one's really nice. The Hornet. The Bolt Hornet, that's pretty cool. 5,000, 2-star. There's some cool stuff, I guess. I mean, this is pretty cool. Oh, look at that. Nice. It is a Supa. A Supa. Yeah, totally. Totally a Supa. How much do they want for this thing? I don't even know, but probably a good amount of money. It's, it needs some work. It looks like most of the motor's there, so that ain't bad. But yeah, it definitely needs some work. This could be a candidate. This could be a candidate for restoration. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments if you guys like this. I might end up actually picking it up. Well, okay. $1,200 bid. The starting price is $10,000. I wouldn't want to spend more than 15,000 for this car. Maybe 20. Well, it's okay. So it's a 3-star rating. All right, let's start the auction. Let's see how it goes. Oh, we got one bidder. Oh, okay. It's okay. It's already just $18,000, 19,000 to 20, and I'm out. Okay, well, that was a good $25,000. I'm not, no, 26, 28, 30, $30,000. You're out of your mind. I'm not paying that. Yeah, 32,000. Have fun with your car, guy. Okay, I'm trying to make money here. That's just, no, we don't got time for that. Anyway, I think we don't have time for much else. Unfortunately, we couldn't find another car for the next episode, but I'm going to keep my eye out. I'll probably look at some barn finds. I do have a couple left to add to my map to kind of check out. So I'll check those out. I'll check out some junkyards. I'll keep checking out the auto auctions. But yeah, Car Mechanic Simulator 21. I've had a lot of fun in this game. I've been playing it quite religiously lately. Oh yeah, that is the dyno back there. That is cool. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this series, and thank you so much for watching. If you have any suggestions on a car that you would like to see me restore, put it in the comments below. And I hope you guys enjoyed this longer video. I know it's going to end up being super long, but again, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.